Alright, but I think it was at another shop with some transmission issues. So I am about to find out what's oh man, somebody tried to steal this, guys. Y'all see that? This is fixable, guys. I've replaced a bunch of these. Door panel come off and you get the whole handle assembly. Not that hard at all, guys. In fact, I'm gonna write an estimate on that. Alright, so yes, let me finish talking. It said transmission slipping and left another transmission shop. I don't know. I left another shop. I don't know if it was a transmission shop. Well, I went in, see, guys, when I see things like this, y'all know what this is? This is in the seat. Do y'all know what this is? Guys, this is a TCM. This is a transmission control module, which tells me this car is equipped with a Nag1 transmission. Okay, that's right, 5-speed Nag transmission. 09 did use the 5-speed Nag1 transmission. Okay, it had an option to use several different transmission, quite frankly, but the Nag has its own transmission module. The other TE transmission, their transmission functions was incorporated by the PCM. Okay, so the PCM on every other car but the Nag carries double duty. Okay, it will operate the trans and the engine components. Okay, so they call them NGC, some cases, next generation controller. They just pull double duty, but the Nag1 has its own module. It's housed under the steering wheel, guys. It's under here if you ever need to track one down. I got some videos. Watch this video right here on the Nag1. Well, anyway, you got to be careful when diagnosing these things, guys. And guys, it's crucial. I mean, crucial that you have a scan tool, the proper scan tool to do this. Okay, because this Nag1 transmission, Nag1 obviously mean a Hemi too. Now, not necessarily. See that? ABS. ABS light on. Traction control light on. ESP light on. Alright, so guys, Nag1 let me explain something to you real quick. I know y'all don't like a lot of talking. And the Nag1 transmission has no speed sensors, external speed sensors bolted to the transmission. Just say a 41 TE or a 62 or even some of the rear wheel drive TEs. Some of those have external speed sensors. That's a sensor in the rear that will monitor the rotation of the output gear, which will in turn send that signal to the computer to work the speedometer. And the speedometer needs to know how fast the output gear is turning. So that's the speed sensor job to do that. In a Nag case, there is no external. Now the signal comes from the valve body. There's a plate on the valve body which tells speed, but from a Nag point of view, the speed, the rotation of the wheels are important. Okay, the Nag, this module right here is looking for how fast each wheel on this car is rotating. How does it get that signal? That's right, guys, you guessed it, the ABS wheel speed sensor. There's a wheel speed sensor on every wheel, just about all the newer cars. Okay, it's standard. It's not optional equipped anymore. It's standard. So the Nag1 transmission gonna take the signal from each one of those wheels and it do all its calculations in here. All right, so if you got ABS light on and things like that and you have a transmission problem, they very well could be related, guys, but we don't know. I won't know until I scan it. So that's why I'm headed in the shop now. There's really no need for me to test drive this until I find out what the code is. So I will ignore the complaint of the transmission slipping until I find out what's going on with the ABS. All right, did that make sense? I want to make sure this makes sense, guys. The Nag1 is crucial. That number one crucial thing if your car is equipped with a Nag transmission, it's crucial that all your tires be the same size, guys. It is crucial that they all be the same size. Okay, it's so sensitive. You almost need to have the same amount of thread on each tire. That's how sensitive that system is. All right, it's also crucial that you repair any ABS issues you may have, because it could inadvertently affect your transmission. All right, guys, let's go in the shop and scan this thing and see what's going on. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. When I get back, we're gonna be at the computer, guys. Stay tuned. All right, guys, y'all hear that power? That's right, guys. This car is equipped with a Hemi, baby. Yes. All right, guys. Remember, there is no dipstick on this car. It's an old style Hemi. All right, so got my special tool here. I'm about getting ready to check the fluid. All right, now I don't have but one hand, guys, so I can't check it while I record. So maybe I can. I don't know. I'm just gonna push it in here because we also got a slip. I felt the slip coming in. So let me see, just verify if my transmission level is on point. All the way down. Let's pull it back out and see what we have. All right. Oh, this is overfill. I see that? I'm way at the top. Okay, guys, they might have some problems going on. All right, let me go to the, let me let it up in the air and see if there's any, alrighty guys. We're gonna let it up in the air and take a visual look at the transmission. Yes, Nag1 transmission. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay guys, I got a physical leak. All right, this is a transmission leak and it appears to be coming from this cup plug. Yes, we used to replace those all the time, guys. Fairly easy. I got a video out on this. Yeah, this is traveling all the way up here, guys. Don't get tricked by this. Make sure this transmission fluid, if it is, it's physically coming from here. Okay, a lot of people will think front pump leaking because it's fluid in this area, but this stuff got to be traced. Look at these aftermarket cats. I guess if you want to save $1,000, get you some aftermarket cats, because I think factory cats are almost $1,000, but they are worth it. The flow rate, it's all about the flow rate, guys. Some of these aftermarket cat converters will have your check engine light on, have you misfiring for no reason, and you be thinking that it's not the cat because it's a brand new cat. Fact is, it's the aftermarket cat, and it does not meet OEM specifications. So y'all be careful during those aftermarket cat. Also, guys, be careful when you're chasing transmission leak. Please be advised that power steering fluid is basically red transmission fluid, so it can give off the same appearance from a leak standpoint. Okay, this thing do have oil leaks. I'm gonna have to write all this up, guys. Yes, but the issue, I want to stay focused on why they came in. It's transmission slipping and the ABS light on, which could be related. Alrighty guys, we are at the computer. Yes, this is an 09 Chrysler 300. I'm looking at PCM and TCM. Again guys, these are separate modules, okay? And there's codes in the ABS. Let's do this, guys. Let's look in the PCM first, because this would turn the check engine light on. Let's go to DTCs and we will see. Ooh, see there guys? This is what those aftermarket cats would do for you guys. Look at all these. Oh my goodness, look at all these. This car is running lean, rich, O2 sensor slow response. Those look like brand new O2 sensors and aftermarket O2 cats. I am not getting involved in that. Let's go tend to the matter at hand, what they came in for. Let's go to TCM. See this guys? Do y'all see this? Transmission module picked up a problem with the right front wheel speed signal. Alright, this will make the transmission not shift the way it's supposed to, guys. That's why I tell you, let's go to ABS. ABS is crucial for Nag1 transmission operation correctly. Yep, same thing guys. Right front wheel speed problem, torque request, steering angle sensor not initialized. So there's some things going on. This is in essence causing a transmission problem on the electrical side. Now from a physical standpoint, yes, you can see the transmission was overfilled. Okay, yes, it's overfilled. Now I'm about to go over and see if there's any physical problems such as leaks or anything like that. But yes, the only thing the module picked up was a right front wheel speed signal. That's because, again, it gets this signal from all 4 wheels. It needs that to do the calculation as far as what gears to shift into. So we got some problems, guys. We got some hydraulic problems with this transmission because of the fluid and the fact that it's slipping. When you full of transmission fluid and you slipping, and this is not even full, it's like overfilled, but so I can almost suspect some leaks because it's way overfilled. There's some internal things going on, guys, so I would literally have to check and find out what's going on, but I will have to shut this video down. I can tell you the estimate they're gonna make me write up, guys. This car has 200,000 miles, so I will have to write up a transmission and get that ABS system up to par. All right, and that's only because of the establishment that I'm in now. Had we been in another facility, yes, we will attempt a repair, but due to the mileage and the risk factor, some employers don't want you to take any risk. All right, I'm not saying any risk. If it's something that can be repaired easily, we'll do it, but this is an extremely high mileage car with an extremely old transmission that has extremely internal transmission problems. Okay, that's a recipe for unit replacement here. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this video right now. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of this. If nothing else, the importance of the ABS being operating correctly as it relates to transmission operating correctly. Guys, they go hand in hand. Okay, that's all I have. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video.